Raising a disabled child is tough enough without worrying about money. But here's the thing most families don't realise, and there's a whole package of benefits and support sitting there waiting that could put thousands of pounds back into your pocket every single year. The problem is nobody tells you about them all in one place. Hit that like button, subscribe for more benefits advice, and drop a comment telling us which benefit you're claiming right now. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which benefits you're entitled to and how much extra money could be coming your way. We're going to walk through 7 major types of support that families with disabled children can claim, and the final insight will show you something that could actually double your household support without filling in another form. This isn't about scraping by with one benefit when you could be getting 5 or 6 different types of help. It's about making sure you're getting every single pound your family deserves. Let's start with the big one that opens the door to everything else. Disability Living Allowance for children under 16 is the foundation benefit that unlocks so much more support. DLA isn't means tested, which means your income and savings don't matter at all if your child needs more care or supervision than other children their age because of a physical or mental condition you can claim. The rates range from £29.20 a week right up to £187.45 a week, depending on your child's needs. That's the care component and mobility component combined. The care component has 3 rates, lowest, middle and highest, depending on how much help your child needs with personal care during the day or night. The mobility component has 2 rates, lower and higher, based on whether your child can walk or needs guidance outdoors. Children aged 3 and over can get mobility support, and the higher rate can help with things like the Motability Scheme for vehicles. Here's what matters. You don't need a diagnosis to claim DLA. It's based entirely on your child's care needs, not their medical label. And once you're getting DLA, it becomes the gateway to loads of other benefits we're about to cover. The application involves a detailed form about your child's needs, so take your time and give real examples of difficult days, not good days. Now, if you live in Scotland, there's an extra winter payment that lands automatically. The child winter heating payment is worth £255.80 every single year. It's paid once a year, usually in October or November, straight into your bank account. You don't need to apply for it separately. If your child gets the highest rate care component of DLA or the enhanced daily living component of PIP, they automatically qualify. This is Scotland only, but it's designed to help with those extra heating costs when you've got a child who needs to keep warm. Some disabled children can't regulate their body temperature properly, or need more frequent baths, or have equipment that uses electricity. £255 might not sound massive, but it's automatic money that helps offset those winter energy bills. The third type of support comes through universal credit if you're already claiming it. There's something called the Disabled Child Edition, and this is extra money added to your universal credit payment every month. The lower rate edition is £158.76 per month if your child gets any rate of DLA. The higher rate edition is £495.87 per month if your child gets the highest rate care component of DLA. This is per child, so if you've got 2 disabled children, you get the addition for each of them. Loads of families don't realise they need to tell universal credit when their child gets awarded DLA. The addition doesn't happen automatically. You need to report the change and provide evidence of the DLA award. Once it's added, it makes a massive difference to your monthly income, especially the higher rate. Number 4 is carer's allowance, and this one's for you, not your child. And if you're caring for your child for at least 35 hours a week, you could get £83.30 per week. That's over £4,300 a year for doing what you're already doing. The person you care for needs to be getting the middle or higher rate care component of DLA or certain other disability benefits. You can work and claim carer's allowance, but your earnings after tax and national insurance need to be £196 a week or less. That's roughly 16 hours at national living wage, which changed in April 2025 to help more carers. One important thing, only one person can claim carer's allowance for each disabled child. If both parents are caring, you'll need to decide who claims it, even if you don't get paid carer's allowance, because you're getting another benefit that's higher. You still get something called underlying entitlement. That underlying entitlement can boost other benefits you receive and protect your state pension credits. Let's talk about practical day-to-day stuff now. A blue badge gives your child priority parking access across the whole UK. Children aged 2 and over automatically qualify if they get the higher rate mobility component of DLA. Under 2s can qualify if they need to be near a vehicle for medical treatment or need bulky medical equipment. Apply through your local council and there might be a small fee up to £10, but some councils don't charge for children. The badge isn't linked to a specific car, so you can use it in any vehicle your child travels in, whether you're driving or someone else's. Blue badge holders can park in disabled bays, use on-street parking for free and park on yellow lines for up to 3 hours in most places. This makes hospital appointments, therapy sessions and everyday trips so much easier when you're not circling for 20 minutes looking for a space. Support number 6 is the Disabled Facilities Grant for Home Adaptations. This can provide up to £30,000 in England to adapt your home for your child's needs. The brilliant thing is, children under 19 aren't means tested for this. That means your income and savings are completely ignored when you apply. The grant can cover things like ramps through floor lifts, wet rooms, widening doorways, or even extending your home if that's what's needed. You start by contacting your local council, who will send an occupational therapist to assess your child's needs. They'll recommend what changes would help, and then the council processes your grant application. It can take several months from assessment to work completion, but for major adaptations that make your home accessible, it's absolutely worth pursuing. Some councils also have small pots of money for minor adaptations under £1,000 that aren't means tested and can be sorted much quicker. Here's something that catches families out. When your child turns 16, everything changes because DLA stops and they move to personal independence payment instead. You'll get an invitation letter about 20 weeks before their DLA ends, telling you to apply for PIP. It's really important to apply by the deadline in that letter because if you do, your child's DLA continues until the PIP decision is made. PIP uses a different assessment system with points for daily living tasks and mobility needs. The rates are similar, but the questions focus more on what your child can and can't do rather than care hours. Many families find their child actually gets more on PIP than they did on DLA, especially if they had middle-rate care and lower mobility. PIP runs from age 16 right up to state pension age, so it's long-term support. The daily living component ranges from £73.90 to £110.40 per week. The mobility component ranges from £29.20 to £77.05 per week. Keep all your DLA evidence because it helps with the PIP application. Free school meals are another support that can be easier to access when your child gets DLA. If you're on universal credit and your household earnings are under £7,400 a year, your child qualifies. If you're on other benefits like income support, child tax credit, or income-based job seekers allowance, you also qualify. The free meal itself saves you money, but it also triggers pupil premium funding for your child's school. That's up to £1,350 of extra funding per year that helps schools provide additional support. Some children with special needs can't eat school meals because of their condition. Recent government guidance now says if your child's eligible but receives education otherwise, then at school your local council should still provide meal funding. This is massive because hundreds of disabled children were missing out before. Now here's that game-changing insight I promised. Getting DLA for your child doesn't just mean that one benefit. It acts as what's called a passporting benefit. That means it automatically opens doors to other support without you having to prove your child's needs all over again. Once DLA is in place, your carer's allowance application is simpler. Your universal credit gets topped up with the Disabled Child Edition. Your council knows your child qualifies for things like short breaks and support services. Some local authorities give council tax reductions to families with disabled children. Leisure centres offer disability concession cards. Even car tax exemption can apply if your child gets the higher rate mobility component. The single most important thing you can do is get that DLA claim in and awarded. Every other door opens much more easily after that. There you have it, 7 different types of benefits and support, all designed to help families raising disabled children. From DLA and winter payments to carer's allowance, blue badges, home adaptations, PIP and free school meals you're entitled to. Far more than you probably realised. Like this video, if it's shown you benefits you didn't know about. Subscribe for more UK benefits advice that cuts through the confusion, and comment below which of these you're going to apply for first or which ones you're already claiming to help other families. Remember, these benefits exist because raising a disabled child comes with extra costs, and you deserve every bit of support available.